Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. Wherever you are in the country, I hope you're having a good day, I guess. I don't know. I'm having whatever. We got some news on Chris Jericho. How's John Cena's retirement match with Gunther gonna go? We'll talk about that. Cena's last match. I think we reached the point where we got some interest in the mystery attacker stuff, so that's probably a good thing for WWE, because there was a little bit of time where I said it was dead. Like, let's just get to it. And is it working now? Did they do the right thing by holding off a little bit, and it's actually working now, and the wait paid off, or whatever you want to call it? You know, maybe it did. But if you had low expectations for it, you're just like, oh, let's just reveal it. Who cares? Let's get to it. But if you have high expectations, then I guess you can milk it. So if they're going to be high expectations and it's going to actually be something really important or fun, it'll probably happen. Maybe it's Saturday night's main event, right? Maybe. Would you expect the reveal on Saturday night's main event? You know, like, John Cena is rumored to be opening Saturday night's main event. So I don't know if that's 100%, but that's the rumor that I've been hearing, is that he's going to open the deal. So if Cena opens the deal with his retirement, and then that's it, the main event door is open for that, and you could do something big and do that situation, because then you've got all the eyes on it watching Cena's last match, and then, you know, you're working this new storyline that hopefully can hook some people in that were vaguely watching. And, you know, that's the thing that I'm always complaining about, is get these people hooked in to the show. They never hook you in. They always, big events happening, whatever, and then the next week it's boring. But, like, we need to get people hooked in, and then the next show be really good. So can they start doing that? Maybe. They haven't done a lot of it. How many times, what was it, the Raw anniversary, they didn't do it? They brought Stone Cold back. It was a big thing. Dude, how many people started watching again that hadn't been watching WWE, and then they did nothing the next couple of weeks? They went right back to regular WWE, and it was like, those people tuned in and they were like, this is the show now? This sucks. I mean, I tuned in last week for Austin and everybody, but what is this? And it wasn't good. And it's just like a missed opportunity is what we talked about it being. And it was just another missed opportunity. So maybe this is maybe they're trying to build to actually take advantage of this opportunity with John Cena being this last match and promoting it, and then having people involved and whatever they're going to do. But they've done a bad job of it in the past. So hopefully they learn from it. It's not just Cena's last match and go off the air. You know, it's like, let's try to involve some new people in the whole situation. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's so wild. That's really awesome. Cena explained it in the interview with Chris Can Fish Guy. You know, I'm a little behind on the John Cena interviews. That's been my issue. There's so many. Like, I'm looking for highlights at the moment because there's just so many right now. There's about John Cena in the past week. There's about 20 hours of interview content to sift through or to listen to straight out. I mean, legit, there's like 20 hours of John Cena interviews to listen to right now. There's just so much stuff. So, I've been peeling through it and trying to listen and see if I miss something from Cena. There's been a lot, actually. I keep hearing more and more clips like, could make a video on that. Could do a video on that. But, a lot of what I do is I don't put as many videos out on YouTube anymore because, and maybe I should. Maybe I need to. I probably do need to start making videos on it. But recently, I've been doing a lot of Facebook posting and news there because the Facebook is doing so well. It's doing better than YouTube. For whatever reason, my Facebook is doing much better than YouTube. But the Facebook Live doesn't do well. If I go live on Facebook Live, nobody sees it. But if I put out a video or a posting or I do something on Facebook, it's it does pretty well. And so I don't know exactly what that is, but I know that in the last 5 months I've gained 35,000 followers on Facebook. And on YouTube I've only gained probably 100 followers. So the articles I put out, the pictures I put out, the highlights I put out, my clips, even when I do a video and I post it on Facebook, it does pretty well. Even when I post a photo on Facebook, it does pretty well, for Facebook. I posted I posted a photo the other day. I mean, even my link to my channel, it got 80 clicks to the video. It got 14 hearts or something like that. It only got one comment, but that posting made $5. That's weird how much Facebook pays for certain things. And, that's more than a YouTube short that gets 3,000 views. So it's very interesting what can do well on Facebook. A lot of good shorts on Facebook. I put this video up the other day talking about Triple H here.
Epic. You've got to tune in. He's hyping it up everywhere. He's basically saying hey man, don't miss tonight. Some of you may have been off the boat for a little bit.
So that posting, that got, 800 views and made, $12. I mean, it was a 60-second video. It's just so much. Facebook is so much better than YouTube right now that it's kind of unbelievable, actually. But weird. One of the Joe Rogan interview lit up a cigar mid-interview, a cigarette. Wait, now, did Cena do that? Because I always thought Cena, man, I guess that he's a cigar guy, I guess, and I didn't know that. Because I always pictured Cena to be somebody who's ew, no cigars. No drinking, no cigars. That's always what I thought Cena was that way. Right? Now, and I don't know, actually. And I know that I've found this out before. I've heard an interview or I've heard, John Cena talk before where he explains, probably his situation on that. But I don't remember that. I guess that's information that my brain was we don't need to save that, whatever. What John Cena does with his personal life, we don't need to save that. So I don't have that in my brain. So if anybody knows in the chat, let me know if he's a smoker or a drinker. From what I see, he's a social guy. So if he's out at a social event, he'll pop a cigar. But mostly he doesn't smoke. And if he's around some people, he might throw down a scotch, right? But mostly he don't drink. And if that's the case, I mean, that's what I'm like. So I get that. You know, if I'm at a party and people are like, we're going to pour some drinks, I'll have some drinks. And if we're going to smoke some cigars, I'll smoke a cigar. But I don't go home and then chain smoke. And I don't go home and binge drink anymore. There was a time where when I was 20-something years old where, you know, every weekend I was lit. But, you know, now that's the way it is. Yo, Joe, another passing in the community. Mars? What? No, he's not. How do you even know that? I don't believe that. Why are all these people? That'd be so weird if he's dead. Another dead guy. He said Brock retiring at SummerSlam next year. Huh. There's so much shit to listen to, yeah. Would have been cool if Cross was under the hood, says Holy T-Box. Wow. That's a great point. It could be. Right? It could be under the hood. Could be in the hood right now. You know, if it's somebody like that under the hood, we know it's not really them who attacked those other nights, because the person that was attacking under the hood, bro, they were wicked athletic. Like, they were crazy athletic. That person was jungle jumping all around, right? Like, they were jumping off the rope and diving up and catapulting. Like whoever that was under the hood was insanely agile, is clearly not the person then. Do you know what I mean? If it's anybody like that, like even Austin Theory, I don't think he was athletic enough to be Austin Theory. That's why people thought it was Javon Evans and Montez Williams or whatever the hell his name is, because the person was really super crazy agile. Like, they were almost flying the way they were bouncing around. And Montez Ford. That's why people thought it was those type of people, because they were just, it was unbelievable how they moved around. So if it were to be like anybody else, now, could it be that there's an army of people showing up, like we said, like the disciples of Jericho, or, you know, somebody else, you know, is showing, you know, like, I don't know, like somebody's group faction is forming here. Like, you know, I don't know. We don't know. And so it could be like a group of people. That's why it would make sense that it's kind of different every time, because it's a group of people, right? So that would then make sense that, you know, they were kind of different every time. Or are they trying to throw us off, right? It doesn't matter who's under the mask, because the reveal is what matters, but it doesn't matter who's really under the mask, right? That's just part of whatever. So I don't know. We do have this article about Jericho. Update on Jericho's AEW status. Major update. This is on WrestleZone. Chris Jericho has accomplished a great deal during his AEW run, including becoming blah, 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 while hyping up Eddie Kingston's upcoming AEW championship match against Samoa Joe at Dynamite's Winter is Coming special this Wednesday. Ring of Honor commentator Ian Riccaboni made it a point to state that Kingston had a chance to be one of the chosen few to hold both AEW and Ring of Honor championships. Neglecting to name Jericho. So Riccaboni then specially chose to name drop Samoa Joe and Bryan Danielson, neglecting to name Chris Jericho, who was the Ring of Honor World Champion in Final Battle just last year. So I guess this is major news because it points to a bias of neglecting Jericho, because we all know they're trying to like not mention Jericho at all, because they don't want to give him any steam or credit as he goes into the WWE and leaves AEW. So this is not that big of news to me, because we've already talked about this, that they've already agreed upon something where, hey, Tony Khan loves Jericho and he helped start AEW. So Tony Khan, as a man, doesn't really want to, insult and destroy Jericho or like be really negative. But he is bitter. He is jealous. He is depressed over it. And he doesn't want to give Jericho any momentum with which really doesn't matter, to be honest. It really doesn't, because everybody knows Jericho. Everybody even knows what's going on. So honestly, to be honest, Tony Khan may actually do a better job if he were to tell everyone Jericho's not coming back, right? But he's not going to do that, I guess, because I don't know if there's an agreement there, but think about this. What if Tony Khan literally was coming out all the time and saying, yeah, we haven't reached an agreement with Chris, and it looks like he wants to go somewhere else. So, and what if every week Tony Khan was like, yep, Jericho's, yeah, he left us. He's going somewhere else, But to Tony Khan, that would be like promoting Jericho's return in WWE over and over again. So he doesn't want to do that. But in all honesty, it might actually hurt Jericho's return in a way, because then you're just always knowing that he's coming. But I think that it's just a lose-lose-lose situation for Tony Khan, right? So if Tony Khan tries to pretend like Jericho doesn't exist and who cares, and yeah, he was great, I don't know, he might be here, and just try to pretend it doesn't exist, well, that's just going to build up the talk about how he's coming to WWE. And then if Tony Khan were to say, yeah, Jericho's not coming back, he's going to WWE, well, then that would create buzz and talk that Jericho's going to WWE. And so there really is no right answer for this. So I think that Tony Khan just agreed to be like, hey, I'm not really going to say anything. And, we won't talk bad about you, and we won't really say anything about you going forward. You promised to be good to us on your way out, and we'll be good to you, and we'll just do that. And that's kind of what they've agreed on, which is, I guess, maybe in Tony Khan's mind, the most minimalist amount of damage they can do. But yeah, there really is no real right answer, because regardless of which path you choose, everybody's going to be talking about it regardless. So kind of crazy. Mundo, if not Theory, Sami Zayn, Orton, Ethan. Yeah, there's so many. I mean, there's just so many people that it could be. Y2J took the retirement deal. Yeah, I mean, I probably, because WWE wants to do this retirement thing with everybody. So what if Gunther beats Cena and then Gunther beats Jericho? Is he like the new legend killer? Oh yeah, I'll put the donation link up. If you guys want to donate to the stream, I'll put the link up really quickly. I hope you guys can fund the show. Streamlabs is pinned to the top of the chat in a second. Streamlabs, Cash App, everything, paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show. I'm here to give you more shows because I got laid off of work, so I'm unemployed now. So you're my employer, everybody. So if you want to support these streams and help me do more while I'm trying to fill the gaps of work, feel free to do it. It's a tough time for everybody to be doing it right now, though. I get that. So, just hit the like button, share the videos, give me that support viewership. That's great. Let's see. Yeah, there's the 3 ways to donate there. Thank you for reminding me. Pinned to the top of the chat now. There you go. If you guys want to support the channel, much appreciated. You can buy my Christmas tree this year, guys. Who gets let go right before Christmas? It's never happened to me before. Losing Jericho is a big deal, even if he wasn't a big draw anymore. I mean, he is a draw. Jericho was a huge part of that company, especially in the first 2 years. That, and also Jericho's AEW title run is one of, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's it's up there in title runs for me. That was a really good title run for Jericho. That might have been one of Jericho's best title runs, or maybe his best title run of his entire career. I loved Jericho. He had that belt for a long time with AEW. He cemented it. It looked right on him. The belt made him. He made the belt. Like, he really made the belt. But after Jericho had it, it went downhill every time. Every person that took the belt after Jericho, it took a step down. And it's where it is now, which I don't even know. And Jon Moxley about sank the belt. Like, the belt lost its prestige with every person that carried it. And then Jon Moxley basically said, okay, well, let me throw this in the fucking Hudson River. Because that's what he did. Jon Moxley just about drowned that championship in the Hudson. Or name your ocean. Because name your ocean, it sounded like Triple H. What we're doing is we're building the WrestleMania, and it's going to be the biggest event of your life. The biggest event WWE has ever seen. I spoke to Nick Khan earlier, and Nick Khan told me if it wasn't big, he would kill me. And then he'd kill Stephanie too. So it's gonna be one of the biggest, shows that we've ever done in WWE. And if that means bringing Chris Jericho on, we'll do it. Wow, thanks, Triple H. That's really great. That's really great, guys. Yeah, so we'll see about that. We'll see about that.
Super chat party.
Super chat from Music Maniacs.
Cody is the mystery masked man.
Cody is the mystery masked man, says Music Maniacs. That would be... But hasn't he been in the same place as Cody several times? Or am I missing? Am I wrong? Wasn't he just in front of him the other day? Can you imagine, though? That would be awesome.
If you smell what demonic Hollywood is cooking,
shit.
It's cooking, baby.
Oh, look out.
Adrenochrome, brandy and codeine.
It's Shardy Janetti with a $10 donation.
So give me the both of you. The Rock wants your soul. Then The Rock wants your roll. The Rock.
You know, it'd be cool if a bunch of masked guys were there and they all pulled the masks off and they were other people, and then Cody was the last one to pull off his mask and he had them working for him. Oh.
Then The Rock.
Cody versus Obafemi on Saturday should be lit.
Yeah, Cody versus Obafemi on Saturday. So is that the main event of Saturday night's main event, Shardy Janetti? We're live in the afternoon on the Joe Cronin Show. Hope you guys can click the like button. Yo, Shardy Janetti, one of the OG donators, one of the best names ever. Yeah, let's hope that's good. That should be good and should be fun. Dude, I mean, I don't think they're going to do that. I think it would be very bold to do that. I think if you had introduced multiple masked guys at the same time. So, imagine if we had seen 2 or 3 masked guys show up in the same night and we had multiple attackers. Or did they do that? Did they already do that? Let me know. So, imagine that if they'd already set the precedent that, oh, there's multiple attackers. There's multiple guys. And it turned out that, Cody had a crew. And he one night, on Raw or whatever, they came out to the ring. There was 3 or 4 masked guys in the ring. And they took their masks off one at a time. And then the last guy took his mask off. The second to last guy took his mask off, and he was like, we're they just say something vague. And then at the end of the promo, the guy was like, "What do you think about that, boss?" And they turned and looked at the last guy who hadn't taken his mask off yet. And you're like, what the hell's going on? It's like Austin Theory, it's Montez Ford, it's somebody else. And then the last guy rips off his mask and it's Cody. That would be crazy. It would be pretty crazy. I don't think they're going to do it because I still think Cody is this wicked over babyface guy. You don't really expect it. It's hard to believe. We all know how much Cody did not want to go heel in AEW. he didn't want to go heel in AEW so much that once the fans were turning on him a little bit, and then the backstage politics were happening, and then the backstage people wanted Cody to go heel as well, and he still didn't want to also, that was when Cody left AEW. He so badly did not want to go heel. So I don't know if, so between the merch sales, the gimmick, the way that WWE is right now, it's hard to believe that Cody will go heel, so I don't really think that. I mean, you know, I don't know. Maybe he would, but like even when the fans were starting to turn a little bit, and I wasn't, I was still in dude, go back and watch my videos. When Cody was in AEW and he was getting, like, there was some boos starting to happen, I still was like, no, bro, this guy's fucking awesome, and I like him as a face. I don't want him to go heel. I don't know why people are turning on him. I was actually fighting it, just like Cody. I was like, no, this guy is a face, bro. I was fighting it. But now with the landscape of everything and how things are really boring, I could see doing it, even though he's still over as a face. And honestly, financially, it almost doesn't make sense in a way. You know, it's kind of how Cena, whenever Cena turned, it was going to be ridiculous too, because Cena was always going to be on top as well, and they just never did it. Maybe Cody is like, hey, you know what? I don't want to wait till it's my end of my career to try to turn quickly to do something. Let's do it right now when I'm in the heyday of everything and everything is going how it's going. Maybe that's the time. You know, that's the time you do it. Thanks to everybody who's been clicking the like button. It means a lot when you guys click the like button. I want to thank everybody who's sent me donations the last couple of days, and you know, whatever it is, Cash Apps, live PayPals, Streamlabs donations, whatever they've been. Allison sent hundreds of dollars to the wrong person the other day, apparently. So I'm so sorry to Allison, who tried to donate to the show and give, you know, support me. She's like, poor thing, sent money to the wrong guy, and we don't know where that money is. So I appreciate her trying to help. But then a couple of nights before, she did. So thank you to her. Edwin, I shouted Edwin out the other day. He sent a big dono off air. It just blows my mind that there's people out that are that nice and that wild and that want to help like that. That's very nice of you to do that. So thank you for that. We got lots of job people calling me now. These are spam. These are like, oh, your loan is approved or whatever, or not. It's not approved. So your loan is not approved is probably the conversation. Yeah, I get all these spam calls. I applied for a loan and you get denied. I get denied, but then they call you 9,000 times to try to tell you, like, and you're like, yeah, well, I don't know why you're calling me, because if I go through everything with you, it's going to get denied. So why are you calling me? And it's going to get denied. So it's like they're stupid. Whatever, you know. Let's play a donation real quickly. We got through some of this stuff. It's the man. It's Joe Bishop.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9.
Oh yeah.
Suck my dick.
Joe Bishop.
Sup, stay warm, bro. The economy is tanking. Don't beat yourself up too much. Love you, bro.
What's up, brother? Yeah, the economy is in the tank. No doubt about it. It's funny because I told people the other day, somebody was like, oh, my job, blah, blah, blah. And I said, don't leave your job because the job market right now is terrible. And I said, I'm staying at my place for as long as I can. And then the next week I got laid off. It's so weird, man. It's so weird that I got laid off a week after telling people, do not quit your jobs right now. But yeah, don't. Because it took me a long time to get my other job and then got laid off of that. So, yeah, don't quit right now. Wait till March, January, February, March, April. Or you can try, you can apply to places. It can never hurt to be applying while you have a job. So feel free to do that for sure. But be careful, because it's a weird time. But got a couple of good things going on, but a lot of silence today. I don't know what happened today, if what's up. But we'll see. Been really kind of crazy with that. But thank you, Joe Bishop. Put Joe Bishop up there. Right below Shardy Jannetty, baby. We got a nice solid 19. Thank you, guys. Jericho coming to WWE. Chase Bank has been blowing up my phone recently. Those companies will really harass you over the bread. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they want they want me to, I already know I can't get one. You know what I mean? Like, I already applied and can't get it because I have too many things out right now. You know what I mean? Hard inquiry on credit. Yeah, it would be a hard inquiry on credit. You know? Are you part of the Somali ring? Or whatever it is? You're part of that? I sent you a link. I don't know. I don't see the link. I don't know where you sent it to me. If the economy tanks, it's on Trump. Well, yeah. I was hired at ATT, then was disqualified because of a charge I was never convicted of. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I would just say I was never convicted of a felony. That's what you say. I was never convicted of a felony. Make sure you weren't. Make sure it's not on your file, because that's, if you're not convicted of anything, or, I guess charged might appear. I don't know how that works, but if I was, you should be able to get someone to scrub that. You know what I mean? Because if you weren't convicted of, assault or doing something, and then somebody finds out you have that, and then you get disqualified for that, that's not okay, I believe. So, get even for a couple $100, a lawyer company or somebody should be able to wipe that. And if that is affecting things and you're not convicted, you should be able to wipe that, I think. I'm no lawyer, although I would love to be a lawyer. It'd be great. I'd use my wife mostly because Leah's great at legal stuff. But I'm the good one with the presentation, so I would get my wife to build the whole case for the most part, and then I would go over it myself, and then I would work it, and then I would present it. I'd be like, here's how we're gonna slam it this way, bam, bam. We're gonna hit him with this, and the other thing. It'd be a lot of fun. I think if I could get that degree, and then my wife had the degree, we could be a couple of fierce lawyers, a team. Be kind of crazy. She's kind of the brains, but that's how it goes. But I've done it with other things. It's like when I called, when that person said that they got, when I got charged by PayPal over that thing, and I set that guy up, and then I sent the email, and then I proved that in fact he was the criminal and not me. That was funny. I love stuff like that. I remember when my wife had to go to court. When I first met my wife, in the first couple of months, first year I knew her, a year and a half, and she had to go to court over that situation that happened where some girl tried to fight her because she got set up by a bunch of guys to meet them, and then the girl that wanted to beat her up was there, and then the girl tried to beat up my wife. And then my wife tried to leave, and the girl, whatever the fuck. Anyway, she had to go to court. And I'll never forget, like, the prosecutor was phenomenal. Like, he destroyed the defense witnesses. It was so crazy funny to watch that guy destroy them. Like, he got them to admit that for everything that could have supported my wife, I couldn't see it. It was too dark and foggy. And then the guy also then said that he saw all the other stuff that happened. And so once the guy was done, the prosecutor was like, so you told me, where were you during this point? You were on the rocks and you didn't see anything. You couldn't see that? No. And then you were over here and blah, 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 and you couldn't see that? No. But these witnesses that we have in the courtroom right now were hundreds of yards away, and yet they are able to testify that they saw all these things. But you were up close saying that you didn't see this happen, that happen, and this happen. Well, where were you when you saw this part happen? Oh, were you in the same place? Well, how come you could see this happening but not that happening? Because you said it was too dark and cloudy and rainy and whatever it was, but now you could see this? Am I missing something? I don't know. Out the window. The whole fucking testimony out the fucking window. And the judge basically was like, get the fuck off the stand. The judge was like, you're under oath, right? Like, you remember that part? Yeah, I just, it was, I don't know. Fucking hilarious. The prosecutor pinned this guy into a corner of, you have testimony on how that person did something wrong that you witnessed, and then you didn't move from the position, but when it comes to what that person did, you didn't see it because it was foggy out? So was it foggy out or not foggy out? And how'd those people over there see everything that happened? Fucking idiot. One of the funniest fucking things. One of the greatest courtroom things I've ever seen, and I saw it in real life. It was like being at a WWE event. I've seen court stuff on TV before, but I've never, it was got to be one of the best, just destructions of a bullshit case. So the girl tried to fight my wife. My wife tried to leave. The girl followed my wife. My wife tried to leave. My wife then got in her car to leave, tried to close the door. The girl grabbed the door and tried to stop my wife from closing the door. And then she closed the door and the girl fell over. Then the girl got angry and came towards the car and tried to rip the door open by grabbing the window, which shattered the glass window because she pulled on the window and the glass went everywhere. Then my wife tried to drive off, but then got stuck on the little pillar on the hill because there was parking things, and my wife's car got stuck and lodged on it. And then the cops showed up because those people called the cops that were witnesses. And when the cop got there, all these people ran away and drove away and tried to get out of there, except my wife, who was stuck. And she told the cop what happened. And so they tried to say that my wife tried to hit her with the car. And it was like, well, no, my wife was trying to get away, and you were pulling at her door, trying to rip the door open while she was trying to drive away. So they tried to say my wife hit her with the car. They tried to say that this stuff didn't happen. They tried to make up all this bullshit. And it's like, it was so goofy. It was so obvious. And, but the defense lawyer, was trying to say that's the thing that pissed me off, is it wasn't like a defense of it wasn't a big deal. It was just a scuffle, and it was a mutual scuffle, that sort of thing. It was, oh no, we're going to try to say that you tried to run her over with a car. That's fucked up. That's when I was pissed off. Okay, that's fucking enraging. So it was great when my wife won that case. Because what a stupid cunt. That other girl was nuts, I guess. But anyway, it was just stupid shit. But that was one of the best court things I've ever seen. And I got to be there for it. So that was cool. Why am I telling this story? There was a reason, but I don't remember now why we went into this. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, they basically These guys like set my wife up, or set my time girlfriend. She was like 19, 18 or I think she was 18. I was like, what are we fucking in middle school? What is this? Crazy. Are P. Diddy and R. Kelly cellmates yet? I don't know, maybe. The Rock's daughter, Ava, don't like Johnsons. She like... Oh, boy. Jesus. Boy, that is the worst on NXT. Ugh. That her... I don't know, man. That is... I cannot... I turn off the segments when I see them on NXT. I just turn them off. I go, I can't watch her. Unfortunately. I think that I don't know, like put her in a different position, I would think. Like maybe put her in, I almost think she might be better as a manager. You know what I mean? Like a manager or she definitely, if she wants to be involved, she should always be involved in wrestling. I mean, it's in her blood. It's, whatever. But like that GM role is just no good to me. It's really cringy. It's not been good. And, sometimes people get better, and maybe she will, but it's been a while. It's been a long time. A long wait trying to get better. It's not gone well. Abaddon is having a nice Christmas. I don't know if you guys have taken a gander at some of the stuff that Abaddon has been up to, but she's in the Christmas spirits, I guess. So, how would you like that for Christmas? Abaddon showing up under your tree to, I don't know, rape you, I guess? I don't know. I don't know. Abaddon, man. I guess she's Chucky here. Her Patreon must be wild. Abaddon's Patreon has got to be nuts. You know what's weird, though, is she posted this, and it doesn't have... Oh, she just posted it, so maybe that's why, but... Her app, I looked at her thing, I liked it, but she's got no comments yet, so I don't know how many patrons she has. Should we look? At one time, I had almost 500 patrons on Patreon. Like, that's pretty crazy. At one time, it was 480. 480 patrons on Patreon. Right now, we have probably about 100. Maybe a little less. But at one time, I had like 400 something. I wonder how many patrons Abaddon has. Yikes. She must have a lot. She must have a lot, because I will tell you that when we did Patreon and we put up a video or a podcast or a post or something, I had about 418 patrons, and there would be about 25 likes on a post, right? 25 likes on a post, and there would be like, anywhere from like 5 to maybe 20 comments, right? So that's about 400 something patrons. She has 110 likes on her post and 19 comments. I can't show the post, obviously. But so that's pretty good. That makes me wonder if she has about 1,000 patrons. So if she has 1,000 patrons, that's pretty goddamn good. Let me see if I can use the internet to figure it out. Let's see. All right. No results. All right. We have to figure it out. Let me see if I can figure it out. Because there are sites that will tell you. Okay, I found her. Okay, I found her. Wow. She's actually ranked 13th in adult cosplay on Patreon. And she has 355 paying members. So there you go. She actually has less than I had at one point. Wow. So if the average member pays at least $5, then she's making a couple grand a month. But she probably has a couple like big swingers. So yeah, you could say maybe $8. So yeah, she's making about $3,000 a month, if not maybe a little more on Patreon. So that's not bad. That's not bad actually. She might be making more. It depends on I don't know where her tiers are at. Like let's see. Join her Patreon. Okay, so there's a $25 one and a $5 one. So most people are probably the $5 one, but there's probably a chunk of $25 ones in there too. So let's say she has 20 $25 ones. That's $500. Let's say then the rest are $5. So yeah, so she's probably around $2,500 to $3,500, somewhere in there. Okay. Yeah, so she's making about $3,000 a month on Patreon. When back when I had 400 something patrons, we were making that. We made $4,000 a month on Patreon for about a year. So that was really good. You know, because you know, I feel I've got a pretty good amount of experience with you know, YouTube and these things, and we had a really good year that year. That was a great year. That was an unbelievable year. I mean, I was able to pay people to be on the shows and produce things and stuff. It was crazy. We were able to do a lot those years. You know, 3 to 4 years where we were really funded. We're able to do a lot on the show. It's crazy. It's crazy that for about 5 years, this show was super funded. It was crazy. Like, bigger than, like, some of the big market radio station people don't get paid that much. You know? For about 5 years, I had a bigger situation than some radio people that have pretty good positions. It's pretty crazy. So, yeah, Abaddon at $3,000 a month on Patreon is pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm going to bang Nikki Bella after Raw? Jesus. Oh, have fun at the doctor's, not JPEG. What up, Haystacks? 15 more likes to 60 likes. Yeah, if you guys can slam that like button, that would be sick. Joe, Shrekomania in the chat. Joe, if the Pats were having a hell of a season and both QBs go down and y'all have no other choice, would you be okay with them calling Tom Brady? Hell yeah. Oh, my God, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That would be crazy. That would be wild. That would be so fucking crazy. Oh my God, bro. That would be wild. Imagine that, bro. They had to fucking call Tom Brady. Make the call to Brady, guy. Oh my God, bro. Why don't you try to get the show back to the 2016? I don't know, man. 2016 wasn't really that great either, you know. My show in 2016 wasn't, it was just starting to roll at that time. You really can't, because back in 2016, wrestling was way better, like way trendier. YouTube was smaller. There was no one else doing this. I was one of the only live people doing it. It was just a bigger vibe at that time. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you knew how to do exactly what happened in 2016, then I would. The internet's just different now. People were dying for like long radio show style post show podcasts. Now it's more like shorts and 6-7, 6-7. Like, it's just like it's different. But also, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. If I knew the formula 100%, I'd be able to, emulate it for sure. Like, I don't exactly know what the formula wants exactly right now, because if I did, we'd be doing it, Or I'd be trying to do it as best I could. But yeah, we don't really know the full formula. So yeah. Let's see. So, yeah, I really don't know the full formula of what everything wants. But I do know that my Facebook is doing really well. I know that Facebook is doing pretty well. JPEG, have fun, man. Could you imagine Rivers taking them? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Yeah, no, I do have to go, because I'm going to go back to my job search. I have some interviews going on, trying to find a job. Got let go the other day, so it's been a whirlwind, Who gets let go right before Christmas? Pretty crazy. Gonna have to, I don't know. All I can do is laugh about it at this point. I don't even know. It's like, damn, this is a struggle. Oh, shit. Now it's really a struggle. Sorry, kids. Sorry, kids, there's no Santa. There's a real Santa. He's a big Santa. No, I think Santa will cover us. Thank God there's a Santa. Because if there wasn't a Santa, we'd be in trouble. So I'm glad that Santa can cover. At least Santa can bring presents, because Dad can only bring the present of being a failure. Cage Dalton, it would be wild if the Patriots QB got hurt and they bring back Tom Brady and they won another Super Bowl. Dude, why are people trying to say the Patriots quarterback is going to get hurt? What the fuck are you guys doing to us? What kind of voodoo is this? Shut the fuck up. The Patriots quarterback is fine. Drake May is fine. God damn it. What are we trying to put into the world right now? What is going on? Can you imagine Belichick, though? Belichick's head would explode somewhere. Brady comes jumping off onto the field, comes running out onto the field like a guy, like the way he came into the fucking football team, coming in for Bledsoe. He comes out there, old Brady. And then they win a Super Bowl with the Patriots without Belichick. Tom Brady's like 45. Oh my God, bro. But what if he came back and then he was bad and he threw like an interception in a playoff game or something? And wouldn't that, that would suck to go that route, That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Oh, the Colts are signing Phillip Rivers? Oh, really? What? I guess I'm not up on all the shit that's going down in the NFL. I guess maybe I gotta pay attention to the NFL a little bit more. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, if Belichick had just, got out later on, like he would have looked a lot better. New England Patriots 11-2 versus Buffalo Bills 9-4. Sunday at 1 p.m. New England clinches the AFC East division title with one win. New England clinches a playoff berth with a New England win or New England tie plus Chargers loss. New England tie or Houston loss. New England tie or Indiana Colts loss. New England tie, Jacksonville loss, or Houston loss or tie, plus Indiana Colts loss or tie, as long as both games don't end in a tie. I mean, that's kind of funny. Those are all the apparently possibilities for the Patriots clinching this weekend. I can't even believe we're in this position. You know? Unbelievable. So somebody posted like a fake article that I don't want to get into politics at all, but this is kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. It's not really a political position. I'm just think this is funny. Somebody posted that. So this is obviously a joke. This is not. I don't believe that's not JD Vance. I don't think. Looks like things are not so good in Republicans. Usha is a liberal, always has been. Apparently, they were having an argument loud enough and quiet in a quiet restaurant. Why is he wearing a T-shirt? I don't think that's really JD Vance, but it's funny, I guess. It's kind of funny. So JD Vance then actually responded to this. And he wrote, I always wear an undershirt when I go out in public to have a fight loudly with my wife. Imagine if he then said, then I beat her. That would be crazy. But it's not as bad as what she would have get. It was what she would have had happen to her from where she's from. I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know. I always wear a fucking T-shirt when I yell at my wife. Yeah, I don't know. There was actually quite a few other things that I had been thinking about doing, but it's freezing in my basement right now in my office here. It's freezing down here. My legs hurt. I guess we'll wrap it up, but it was good to come on for a little while with you guys. Drop it in the chat if you have other questions, comments, and I'll try to read them. If you want to donate to the stream and support this channel and support my streams in the day and night and everywhere else, Streamlabs is pinned to the top of the chat along with PayPal, Cash App, everything else, and I'll read them and play the donations before we get out of here if there are any. But in the meantime, let me just see if there's anything else. The formula is you talking to AI wrestlers like AI Cena and stupid shit like 6'7". That's the formula. Yeah, that's the new formula. Yeah. Adam, I helped you with your mental health. I would think I would make people more mentally unstable, but I'm glad that it went the other way for you. Love you, brother. Have you seen the Busta Rhymes video? Yeah, the one where they think he's Tracy Morgan. Like, yo, this is Tracy Morgan's here. He does kind of look like Tracy Morgan. He really does. Without the fucking hair everywhere, you're like, yo, it's Tracy Morgan. That was kind of funny. Where's Bullfrog? I don't know. He's probably around somewhere. He was on the other night. What's up, Alfredo? What's up, Lewis? Daniel Jones tore Achilles. Oh, shit. They really did sign him. Wow. Rivers hasn't played since 2020. Are you serious? They really signed Phillip Rivers? Are you this is real? What? Oh, my God, bro. It's actually comical how shit the AFC is this year. Yeah. That's true. The AFC sucks. Dude, the AFC is wide open. Any team could win the AFC East. Any team could still win. The Buffalo Bills can still win and go to the Super Bowl. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Patriots are brand new. They got a rookie still quarterback kind of. Like, the Pats could blow a game in the playoffs and just be out. And then suddenly somebody has a chance to win the Super Bowl. It's still open to anybody. The AFC sucks, and it's open to anybody. Somebody is going to get in the Super Bowl this year that may not have been able to get in the last 10 years. Like, there is a door of opportunity right now. Even if you lose the Super Bowl, to get your franchise into the Super Bowl is a big deal. You have a chance any given Sunday. So the AFC sucks. Some shit bum team could win the AFC championship just by luck. And then you could go to the Super Bowl against one of these pretty good NFC teams, and maybe that NFC team has a bad game. Somebody makes a goddamn mistake, and suddenly You have one of the most least likely bizarro Super Bowl champions that we could have had. And your team could win a once-in-a-lifetime Super Bowl. Your 7 out of 10 team could become the Super Bowl champions, beating an 8 out of 10 team in a Super Bowl year that you hit the lottery. That could happen it could happen this year. What feels like is going to happen is someone is definitely going to go to the AFC Championship and win it, who, like, is fairly, like, it's like they're pretty good, but in other years they would have never won this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the year of opportunity for any team to win and go to the Super Bowl. Like, if your team is mediocre, there's mediocre chances you could make it. The MMA Holes, what's up, man? Did you see Peacemaker? What did you think? I didn't. I saw a couple episodes, and I thought it was funny. I liked the first couple episodes that I saw, and John Cena did really good. I thought it was really funny, and I like it, but I haven't watched the complete series yet. I'm too busy. I've been too busy for years now. I barely watch anything. I don't play video games anymore. I got rid of my games. I'm selling games. I'm getting rid of them. I gave them to my kids. I love video games. I love playing and streaming them. I barely play Diablo. I love Diablo. I haven't played the new season yet. I barely played last season. It's like I basically made a decision that it's time to, like, get a third job. And I went out and I got a third job. Now, my third job cut my hours in half, and my second job that was my full-time laid me off the other day. So now I have a half-ass job and then this one. So I'm fucking screwed. But I was focusing on that stuff and not doing any video games. Because at 41 years old, I was like, yo, I'm only living now to try to keep our lives alive. I have no time for fun and games. You know what I mean? I don't do shit. If it doesn't involve trying to make something, I don't do it. And you know, years ago, I could play video games and, like, donations would come in and it was crazy. And it was like, okay, I can play video games because this is fun, bro. We get a couple $100 for playing video games and shit. We were funded so big, I could take time out and play video games. Even if it was off air, I could do it. But right now, I'm in full-on, like, survival mode. I'm probably going to die soon, and I need to make as much as I can to take care of my family. And so when I die, they'll have, I don't know, the best chance they have, I guess. Well, and as the grandparents die, maybe they'll get something from that, and other people die. I don't know, and they can sell things. I don't know, but, like, right now I'm just trying to make as much, and I have nothing. So, and now I really have nothing because I just lost that other deal. So, yeah, I have no time for video games, and I have no time to watch television shows. I really don't even want to watch a lot of wrestling unless I know it's going to work out. So I'm taking a leap of faith whenever I watch 3 hours of wrestling that I could have been, doing fucking, like, Uber or delivery somewhere or making videos somewhere or doing something somewhere that's another job, whatever. So, yeah, I don't play video games anymore, and I don't really watch shows. The only show that I'm watching is Stranger Things, and that's it. And that's coming out on, like, holidays, so it works out. That's really it. If I can't, I'm behind. I'm in tons of debt stuff. So, like, yeah, if it doesn't help try to chip away at the debt and pay the lights, which, I don't do it. But, yeah, I think I watched a couple of scenes in the first episode way back, and I thought it was pretty good. Probably something I would watch. If I could carve out time to watch it, I would do it. If this was 2019, I would watch it. Could you imagine Rivers, a father, a grandfather, and a 44-year-old potentially taking the Colts to the playoffs? That would be crazy. That's crazy. John Cena right now, video from years ago is going viral. What's that video? I didn't win the Powerball, but nobody won the jackpot, Joe, so maybe next time. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll get that jackpot. We'll see. Pat McAfee is going nuts. They literally just signed him. Yeah, they really did. Wow. Holy shit. Phillip Rivers signed by the Colts. Oh my God, bro. Yes, maybe then if the Patriots could sign Brady. But no, we're doing just great right now. I like everything that's going on. That would be a nightmare if the Patriots were in that scenario. That would be a bad scenario to be in. But if we were in the scenario, I would hope they would, actually. So that would be cool. I mean, the NFL would be pushing it, too. They'd be telling Kraft, like, crap, Bob, do this. The ratings, oh, my God. The story, the ratings, whatever. I almost think Brady might not even do it because he might say, like, I'm not in the shape to do that. I'd have to spend 6 months getting ready or something. You know what I mean? Tom Brady would be like the Undertaker. So I don't know if Brady would do that. But that would be cool, you know. But thank you to everybody who is supporting this stream, whether it was liking, sharing, the donations. Thank you for that. Joe Bishop and Shardy Janetti and Music Maniacs for the donations. Much appreciated. Love you guys. I'll be back possibly tonight, maybe. I don't know. Please, if you can, just keep watching the channel and supporting the channel. Go to Facebook and follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Joe Cronin Show. Follow the TikTok at Joe Cronin Show. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter X at Meta World Online on X. There's so many different places to go. And then think about jumping on the Patreon on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You get so much bonus content over there on Patreon. That really gives you a ton of content you can search through and play with on your phone and tablet and wherever. Thousands of podcasts and things and songs and just everything. It's tons of it behind this network. You talk about the WWE network. That's the JCS network. It's got loaded with over 1,000 episodes of podcasting not on YouTube. So if you're a $5 a month patron, you're getting back all that stuff to listen to. Plus all the postings when I go live. Patreon will alert you via email. So even if YouTube doesn't tell you I'm live or did something, Patreon will tell you that via email. And you also get the VIP Discord and several other things as well. So thank you guys to anybody who does all of that. Or you become a member here on YouTube. That also helps out per month. You get the emojis and the special badges and the green highlight and everything else in the chat. So if you become a member, that helps as well. All these things contribute. Thank you for doing them. And I'll be back with a video or a live later tonight. So everybody have a good rest of the day. And we'll just we'll keep trying to make it happen, Keep trying to grind away at life. Thank you all. Any other comments or questions, feel free to say it, drop it, leave it. It's been good. Hey, Stacks Monet, what's up, brother? How you doing? Shout out to Shrekomania. Yeah, it's been a weird this will definitely be one of the weirdest holidays and weirdest Christmases I've ever experienced. But, it'll be right up there with dad dying. When my dad died, it was November 22nd when I was 8. So that was kind of a weird Christmas. I will say that. It was a weird Christmas that year. It's obviously not that horrific, but it's definitely a very strange holiday time right now. It's up there, but that was one of the worst. I really love Christmas usually though, but I love the holiday stuff. You know what I mean? But you don't But you know what I mean. When you're not doing well, it's not a fun time as much. You're more stressed and scared and anxiety ridden. It's probably the same way for people on like Valentine's Day, right? When you either don't have anybody or like you just had a bad breakup and now it's Valentine's Day and everybody's like doing all this Valentine stuff and you're just like, ugh. You feel terrible. It's kind of like that, right? John Cena rules, and once he leaves, I'll leave WWE for good. Wow. So you got one person leaving. That's interesting. Stay warm, chat. Yo, thank you, Joe Bishop, for the dono. It's been horrible holidays this year, yeah. The kids are old enough to understand. That's true. Maybe not the 9-year-old. He kind of my 9-year-old's kind of like, But he's also... My 9-year-old is... Although the kids are old enough to understand, my 9-year-old, though, is... He's such a sweetheart. Like... He's so good, man. If I were to tell him, like, I'm sorry I couldn't do this or whatever, but here's, like, some candy or nerds or something, this kid would be like, that's okay. Like, this is really good. Like, he, like, doesn't want you to feel bad. He's so cute like that. He doesn't want you to feel bad or like if you say something like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy, like, I did this and, like, here you go, though, I can do whatever. He's like totally like, don't worry about it. I just don't want you to like whatever. He's so, it's unbelievable. The 9-year-old is very sweet, My middle kid, my daughter, is the one that would be like, what the hell? She's wild, bro. The middle child, bro, they're nuts. Middle children are crazy, bro. They'll suck your soul dry and then eat your face. Wrestling was horrible the whole year for both companies, says Luis Urdaneta. And yeah, mostly I agree. I mostly agree with that. I agree. Both companies, this has not been good. Not been a good year. Jon Moxley killed the AEW championship. WWE has been a predictable, boring mess. Jon Moxley has killed AEW's championship belt. And, yeah, I don't know. It's not been great. And I don't want to hate on everything, but it's not good to hate on it, to be honest, because, years ago, I used to have meltdowns and flip out, and I used to get so angry about the product, right? So mad, so angry, that at least that was content and that was fun. Because it was so crazy, stupid, and nuts that I could rage about it. And that was entertaining. This isn't enraging stuff. It's just blah. So it actually would be better for me if it was good. Because when we're talking about how crazy it is and fun and like what they could do next, that's been the stuff that does well for me. So it's not even like, oh, the haters on YouTube or the hater YWCs or whatever. And the people in WWE think that I'm some kind of designed hater. Or that people in AEW think I'm some kind of designed hater, designed to hate it so I can make money or make a show or whatever. No, those days are over, kind of. For the most part, those days are over. I would rather, like, talk about being excited about how good things are than that. Right? Look at when The Rock came back. Look at when all the Rock stuff happened and when all that stuff happened. We had people showing back up on my channel that we hadn't seen in years. We had a bigger viewership than we had in years for like a couple of months. And those were the months that we made the record-breaking donation amounts. Even in my heyday on this show, the biggest donation night was $6,800 or something. We had an $8,000 donation night a year and a half or 2 years ago almost. That was all when the Cody story and the Rock thing was forming and everything. Bro, everybody was into it. We weren't hating on WWE then. It was awesome. For like a second. So no, we want things. I'd rather it be good. I'd rather it be really good, and all these brand new wrestling fans to be created. That would be amazing for everybody. That's what we need. So no, we don't want things to all just fail. We're just out of rage for the failure. You know what I mean? But man, have a good day, man. Wherever you guys are, put everything you can into it. Go get it, baby. Go crush it. Whether you're at work or it's your wife. We love you wherever you are. This is the Joe Cronin Show. I'm Joe Cronin. And now I'm going out to hunt for the dough. But thank you to the people that did drop me a couple of bucks, man. That goes a long way. Joe Bishop with the $9. Shardy Janetti with the $10. Music Maniacs. And, of course, Edwin. Yesterday morning, Edwin sent $200 offline, privately. Thank you, Edwin, via paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show. Cash App always available. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Facebook as well. All my links are available. If you want to, play the online Vegas, you can go to at Meta World Online. My links are all there on Meta World Online on my profile. Use that. It's my affiliate link. Of course, you can shop on Amazon. Use my affiliate link for that. I get paid for that. If you buy a $10,000 dildo on Amazon and you use my affiliate link in the chat that Nightbot is whoring out, guess what? I get like $300 if you buy a $10,000 dildo on Amazon. So use my Amazon affiliate link if you can. It's a lot of ways to help the show. See you guys later.